ki pūre huroa. Te kura tangata, pūkenga, te kura tangata, taia te kura tangata, pūkenga e. Mauria maira, koutou ngai iputa, iriroa i ngā taonga i te rangi nei, nau mai, hara maira.
Hara mai, ki tara ruarua hene, hara mai. Hara mai, ki ngā wai tukukiri a Manawatū, a wapuni a watapu te hoko whitu, hara mai. Hara mai, ki te tahuna arua, te marae o hine, ki tā tātou whare tūne, hara mai. Hara mai, ki te hui whakapūmau, kia mihi a tātou rangatira, hara mai. Hara maira.
Tau maira, i runga i te karaga, o tō tātou piringa whare. Koutou ngā pake ki ngā mātua, i hora ia. O koutou manaakitanga ki o koutou tamariki mukapuna. Ko eke te ki tau mate, nau mai, hara mai, rarau mai e.
Ka wea mai ngā mate ki runga ki a koutou, kia ka tahi o tūpana me koutou i tēnei rangi whakairahira nei e. Koutou te huinga wairua, hoki wairua mai, hoki wairua mai, hoki wairua maira. Tēnei a te tuninga ki pūrahuro e whakatau nei koutou ki tēnei whare, ki tēnei hui whakapaumau. Tēnei tō whare wānanga e tū whakaiti nei, tēnei tō whare wānanga e mihi nei. Koutou kei tēnei whare, tēnā koutou, nau mai, rarau maira.
Tēnā koutou katoa. He mihi tino mahana kia tātou. Warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Would you please remain standing and join with us in singing the University Waiata.
Te kunenga ki pure uroa. Nei rā te rekaranga e tau atu nei. Ki te hapai a te zero tangata. Whakaako whaka eke ki te komata. Te kunenga ki pure uroa. Te ara mataranga ka whakaewa e. Te maramatanga ka kitea e. Ki mihi ara ngā haua kia whita e. Te kunenga ki pure uroa. Te kunenga ki pure uroa.
Please be seated. Tēnā tātou. Tēnā tātou katoa. Ka tangi tonu ki ngā mate e moi koutu. Kia tātou e hui hui nei hi mihi mahana. Ki te mana whenua, ki a rangatani o Manawatū, tēnā koutou katoa. Ka ngā whānau o ngā ākonga ka mihi, tēnā hoki koutu. Nau mai, ki te kunenga, ki Puhihuroa, ki Manawatū, ki Papioia, ki tēnei whakapōtaitanga, hei whakanui i ngā ākonga. Kia koutou ngā ākonga. Kua tutuki, kua ea, ka pai. A kātei, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. For those of you who do not speak Te Reo, basically what I just said was I gave greetings to everybody. I said that we would pay respects to those who have recently passed. We pray that they may journey on and rest. And to us, the living faces who have arrived here, I greetings to us all. To the holders of the life force of this land, Rangatani o Manawatū, I acknowledge you all. To all the families of the students who are gathered from afar and from nearby, I also greet you. Welcome to Massey University, to Manawatū, to Palmerston North, to this graduation to celebrate our graduands. And to you, the students, you've completed the task. Well done, excellent. So to conclude, greetings to everybody. Vice-Chancellor, members of the Massey University Council, the university community, the Manawatū Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduands and families. My name is Alistair Davis and I'm the Chancellor of Tikunenga ki Puhiheroa Massey University. In this role, I'm responsible for guiding the university's management and strategic vision to ensure we deliver excellence in education. It's also my great privilege to lead this ceremony today. Firstly, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to Massey University's new Vice-Chancellor, Professor Pia Venter. This graduation season marks Professor Venter's first with us, and we're delighted to have him here as he begins his tenure and joins our celebrations of student achievement. This week, Massey University is awarding qualifications to a total of 941 graduands across 6 ceremonies. This morning, we are focused on the College of Health and the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, where 226 graduates are going to cross the stage and a further 24 students will have their qualifications conferred in absentia. In awarding these qualifications, I will be assisted by Councillor Ross Buckley. I want to take a moment to talk about my own graduation ceremony. It's going to be a really short moment because most of it is now a blur in my memory. I can't remember what the Chancellor said. I can't remember who the guest speaker was. I can't even remember walking across the stage to get my parchments. What I do remember, and what's stuck with me through the years, are the people who shaped my journey. The teachers who challenged me and encouraged me, and the family and friends who stood by me through 5 demanding years. Their belief in me is what I remember most strongly. And so with that in mind, I'd like to acknowledge 3 important groups who are here today with us, starting with the people behind me. Because on this stage are many of the academic staff who have guided you through your study journey, imparting their knowledge and their wisdom to help shape your growth and learning. Many of them have invested countless hours to ensure that you could succeed. And so your achievements are in many ways their achievements too. So to all of you, I extend my deepest gratitude. And not just for your efforts in teaching. Universities are catalysts for progress. The research that underpins everything we do drives innovation and it fosters discussions that help to build a better and more progressive society. I also want to acknowledge the wider team of staff who keep our university running smoothly. From the people who helped you settle in on the first day of your first semester, right through to the people who are making today's graduation ceremony possible. We have more than 2,500 staff dedicated to making Massey a leading university, and I thank you all for your contributions. Next, I'd like to speak to the family and friends who have supported their graduates through their academic journey. Parents, partners, children, colleagues, friends, you've all played an essential role. Whether that's been through financial support, or practical help, or simply offering encouragement and care, your contributions have made a difference. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. I think the same can be said for earning a university education. So it's important to remember that this success is a shared success. Whatever your role has been in supporting your loved one get to this point, we offer our sincere thanks and our gratitude as well. And when it's their turn to cross the stage and receive their parchment over there, please don't hold back in expressing your love and enthusiasm and passion. You know, whistle, cheer, waiata, haka, whatever you want to do, but just let the feeling flow. Finally, to our graduates, our shining lights, congratulations. You have achieved something truly significant. Earning a university qualification is no small feat, and on behalf of Massey University, I commend you for your hard work, your dedication, your perseverance. You have truly earned this success. But remember, a university degree is not only an achievement, it's also a privilege. Towards the end of this ceremony, our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Pierre Venter, will be speaking to you about the responsibilities that come with being a graduate of Massey University. But for now, take a moment to savour this victory, reflect on your journey, and all the people in this room who helped get you to this point. You now join an alumni community of more than 185,000 Massey graduates worldwide. Your time here has equipped you with knowledge and skills and experiences that will serve you well as you step into the next chapter. And as you move forward, take every opportunity to contribute to your communities. Use your skills and knowledge to make a difference and continue striving to leave a positive mark on the world. Your Massey whānau is incredibly proud of you, and we look forward to seeing the impact that you are going to make. So, to the university staff, to the friends and whānau, and to our graduates, congratulations on this special day. Celebrate it, enjoy it, cherish this moment. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Alistair Davis, Chancellor, and Councillor Ross Buckley will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. And we're going to start this morning with our PhD graduates, and so I would like to invite Vice-Chancellor Professor Pierre Venter to present those doctoral graduands.
Chancellor, a doctorate, either a PhD or professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honor the achievements of our doctoral graduates by inviting them to come onto stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academy and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called doctor. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduates I'm about to name. Diane Marie Kerr. Gendered socialization continues to influence the career paths of nurse leaders, particularly in neoliberal environments that have commodified caring. Ms. Kerr's research found that current generic models of nurse leadership development were found to inadequately address the need of aspiring nurse leaders. Bold change was needed to create nurse leaders empowered to advance the profession and highlight their unique knowledge. Chancellor, Dr. Kerr. Tara Prabhakar. Tara's doctoral research explored the role of social workers in supporting the self-determination of Jana, an indigenous community in India. The study highlights Jana's struggles for justice, their knowledge of living with nature, and how these insights can inform work with indigenous populations globally to build sustainable futures. Chancellor, Dr. Prabhakar. Thank you, Chancellor.
Deacon Fisher, the lecturer for the School of Social Work, will be calling the names of the graduates and the recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Health. And over on this side of the stage, Professor Jill McCutcheon, the Pro-Vice Chancellor for the College of Health, will be handing out the parchments.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Applied Social Work the graduands I am about to name. Michelle Leah Edwards. Jessica May Holloway. Trina Gloria Johnson. Tia Violet Jones. Vinny Kochuvaru Valia Parambul. Valerie Tina Maria Leyen, First Class Honours. Jessica Claire O'Donnell, First Class Honours. Alexandra Isabella Robbie. Alta Marie Sacra, First Class Honours. Charlo Tony Lee J. Tangiano. Jasmine Teresa Weaver. Kaylee Shan Whiteman, First Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Clinical Practice, Nursing, the graduands I am about to name. Meredith Frances Featherstone, First Class Honours. Judith Hakamesa, First Class Honours. Anna Michelle Harding. Kirsten Ann Holly. Smita Manarasalil Vasuravan Nambuthiri. Marjorie Malas Mercado. Brian Moonsami, First Class Honours. Jasmine Nizamuddin. Jennifer Rebecca Payne, First Class Honours. Jane Joseph Sule, First Class Honours. Paul Mungo Wiseman. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Health Science the graduands I am about to name. Kelly Jane Brown. Stephanie Julie Walker, with distinction, Massey's Research Scholar. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Nursing the graduands I am about to name. Manaya Aina Ngamania Barnes. Rebecca Jane Beasley. Priscilla Binoj Paul. Emma Jane Bleakley. Carolee Denise Brooks, First Class Honours. Jasmine Cletus, First Class Honours. Andrea Marie Howard, First Class Honours. Catherine Margaret Hutchinson, First Class Honours. Linny Susan Ipey, First Class Honours. Danusha John, First Class Honours. Courtney Jeanette Grace Palmer. Maricel Godoy Reed, First Class Honours. Carly Starr Russell, First Class Honours. Jythan Sebastian, First Class Honours. Alicia Kelly Wiggins, First Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Science the graduand I am about to name. Ayushi Singh, First Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Social Work the graduand I am about to name. Suzanne Winifred Hadfield. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Clinical Supervision the candidates I am about to name. Murray Hilton Lucas, with distinction. Carly Trina Willis, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Health Science the candidate I am about to name. Ashley Gale Bota. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Nursing the candidates I am about to name. Curran Bala. Catherine Ravina das Christuras, with distinction. Kayla Alice Jones. Tracy Jane Tingson Lee, with distinction. Olivia Grace Mangino, with distinction. Lena Thomas, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Certificate in Nursing the candidates I am about to name. Marika Jane Harvey. Nitya Kuran Joy. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety the candidates I am about to name. Judith Ann Bichelle. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Health Science the graduands I am about to name. Inara Jean Manga Barfoot. Chloe Jill Elms. Nathan Frederick Headley. Te ana li, te aroha hupa. Fadia Fareen Khan. Tabitha Jasmine Kathleen King. Lucy Marie Empanado Pactores. Finn Harper Reeves. Zhu He. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Nursing the graduands I am about to name. Kate Frances Brewster. Scarlett Francesca Debinet. Alyssa Emery Anya Alim Boligon Dalope. Nicole Danielle Destunis. Anna Myros Fenwick. Jamie Mia Greater-X Brown. Tamsin Isla Boland Greenwood. Anika Jade Peterson Hamilton, Massey Scholar. Olivia Claire Harding. Amy Lee Francis James. Millie Grace Matthews. Rochelle Melissa McKelvey. Sarah Jane McMahon. Terry Emma McMeekin. Carrie Anna Mitchell. Isabella Ann Myling Moody. Michaela Ngairi O'Donnell. Paige Marianne Stephanie Paul. Monica Jean Pevriel. Amy Rose Phillips. Cosette Margaret Lane Pleager. Zoe Kim Rantgen. Tommy Jacques Roots. Lily Rose Stevens. Elaine Payun Stitchberry. Sarah Jean Strand. Estelle Jordan Taylor. Hannah Jane Taylor. Emily Ernest Vickerman. Kimberly May Walsh. Lana Marie Witten. Georgia Sandra Wiley. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Social Work the graduands I am about to name. Mariah St. Clair Alexander, First Class Honours, Massey Scholar. Simon John Burgess, First Class Honours, Massey Scholar. Michaela Patricia Faizandia, First Class Honours. Belinda Jo Gaskell. Shani Lee Hemmings, First Class Honours. Cheryl Aroha Hirawani. Tanya Kim McDonald. Rebecca Ann Janley Mercer. Tiana Dalwin Meruiti. Harriet Antonia Mitchell. Renee Oxenham. Jessica Sarah Phillips. Melissa Rose Soothill. Eleanor Grace Stevenson. Jordan Paul Townend. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Sport and Exercise the graduands I am about to name. Isabel Linda Clark. Connor Joseph Davey. Brooke Pearl Eastman. Brenna Charlotte Ronke Green. Blake James Holcroft. Jordan James Ihaya Hughes. William Allen Larkin. Hamish John McGee. Liam Michael McAllister. Ashley Grace McInerney. Emma Lillian Neal. Bailey Margaret Smither. William David Van Kersen. Thank you, Chancellor.
It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Sarah Iono to address the graduands. Sarah is a teacher, author, international speaker and consultant working across schools in Aotearoa, Australia, Canada and the United Kingdom. She is the Oceania Community Lead for the Finnish organisation 100. She's the New Zealand representative for the Global Recess Alliance and a member of the Advisory Council for the Voices of Children Pedagogy International Project. Sarah also champions a child-centred, evidence-informed approach to education, working alongside schools to design learning environments where well-being, agency and deep engagement are not add-ons, but the foundation for meaningful and lasting learning. Important work. Please join with me in welcoming her to the podium.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellors, esteemed academic staff, whānau, friends, and most importantly, graduands. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. It is a great privilege to stand here today in this theatre as a proud alumni of Massey University and have the honour of addressing you on one of the most significant days of your lives. I'd like to start with a number, not a statistic, not a ranking, a number that every single person who has ever studied at this university has had assigned to them, a student ID. Mine is 94115191. For those of you who don't know, the first two digits of your student ID represent the year of your first enrolment. Mine say 94. That means I first enrolled here in 1994. I was 17 years old, still in my 7th form year, what is now called year 13, and I enrolled extramurally in a paper on world religions. World religions. Not a traditional head start on a career. No obvious pathway to a LinkedIn profile. And yet that single paper, chosen because I was fascinated by Japan, by its language, its culture, quietly and completely changed the direction of my life. My grand plan at the time was to follow my passion for Japanese language and culture all the way to Japan. That dream hit a rather significant obstacle. It turns out I'm not a fan of Japanese food. a fairly critical detail if you're planning to live there. So Japan stayed a dream, but Massey became my home. And when I was handed that student ID in 1994, I had absolutely no idea where it would take me. I could not have imagined, not in my wildest 17-year-old dreams, that the learning I began here would one day carry me to the other side of the world, experiencing minus 25 degrees in the heart of Saskatchewan, Canada, with some of the most inspiring Indigenous communities I've ever had the privilege of meeting. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you how we get there. Over the 17 years that followed my enrolment at 17, I dipped in and out of papers that might, to the outside observer, have seemed scattered. Women's studies, linguistics, sociology, psychology, anthropology. I was a browser, a learner who followed curiosity rather than a course map. And I won't pretend there wasn't pressure, the well-meaning questions. But what will you do with that? The raised eyebrows when I couldn't describe a clear career outcome. The quiet implication, and you will have all heard some version of this, that health, humanities, social sciences are somehow the softer option, less rigorous, less useful, less likely to land you somewhere worth being. I'm here today speaking to you from across more than 30 years of learning, working and building a career that, as the Chancellor has said, has taken me into schools and communities across Aotearoa, Australia, Canada and Europe to tell you that could be not further from the truth. Every paper I completed in those early years, every seminar that asked me to hold someone else's worldview with curiosity rather than judgment, built something in me that no algorithm can replicate and no automation can replace. It built my humanity. Earlier this year, I received one of the most extraordinary invitations of my career. I was asked to address more than 100 First Nations people representing 6 reservation communities gathered in the heart of Saskatchewan, Canada. I was acutely, profoundly aware of the weight of what I had been invited to do. These were communities with deep histories, deep knowledge systems, and a deep experience of what it means when outsiders arrive claiming to have something to offer. The complexity of that interaction, culturally, historically, humanly, was not lost on me for a single moment. I had gone there to humbly share my knowledge, but what I did not anticipate was how completely that experience would shape me in return. I listened more than I spoke, I asked more than I answered. And here is what I know with absolute certainty. That experience would not have been possible, or at least not successful, had I not walked the learning pathway I did at Massey. The papers on sociology, anthropology, on the complexity of human culture and systems, the education that taught me not just to teach, but to understand the people I was standing with, the postgraduate study that gave me the tools to sit inside uncertainty with humility rather than rushing to fill it with noise. My approach, my behaviour, my communication, the way I interacted in that room, all of it was rooted in what I learned here. Not just the content, the disposition. The habit of heart that says before you speak, listen. Before you assume, inquire. And before you lead, learn. That is what study in health and the humanities and social sciences does. It does not just prepare you for a job, it prepares you for encounters with the full complexity of human life. When I was assigned the number 94115191, I had no idea I would one day be in a very, very cold Saskatchewan, earning the trust of these communities who had every reason to be cautious of someone like me. Your number does not yet know what it will become either, but I promise you, if you keep learning, keep listening, and stay genuinely curious about the world and the people in it, it will take you somewhere extraordinary. And we live in a time of extraordinary complexity, of rising conflict, of information overload, of technology reshaping how we connect, and sometimes how we disconnect from one another. The noise is loud. And into the world, we're sending graduates who have spent years learning to listen and to question and to hold that complexity of human experience with both rigour and compassion. So you are not just qualified, you are needed. The skills you have developed in nursing, social work, education, psychology, counselling are not soft skills. They are survival skills for individuals, for communities, for our shared future. Please do not underestimate what you are walking out of this room with today. I also want to speak to the people sitting in the rows behind you, the whānau, partners, parents, grandparents, children and friends. Behind every graduate in this room is a story of collective sacrifice, late nights that someone else stayed up through to, dinners that got cold, weekends that were given over to study, emotional labour that was offered quietly and unconditionally. Graduation is yours, but it belongs to them too. So please, when this ceremony is over, find that extra moment to acknowledge the collective effort from your loved ones who supported your journey. Now, a word about what comes next. Because here is the thing about learning, it does not finish today. When I completed my bachelor's degree, I walked off this stage, this very stage, exhausted and exhilarated and absolutely certain that I was done. Done with study, done with essays, done with all of it. I was rearing to go, out into the profession, into my classroom, into real life. And then real life asked questions my degree hadn't fully answered. And I found myself drawn back to study, back to Massey, to my master's. When I graduated with my master's, my mother turned to me and said with great conviction, "You're not planning on wearing one of those silly hats, though, are you?" Her words, not mine. And then, not long after, a colleague, almost a throwaway comment in the middle of a debate about research and classroom practice, said, "You should just do your PhD." And that niggled and it swirled. And 5 years ago, my mother found herself sitting in this very theatre, watching me have one of these silly hats placed on my head. So for those of you graduating today with diplomas and bachelor's degrees, postgraduate study might feel like the very last thing on your mind. And that is completely understandable. You have earned this rest. But I promise you, the moment will come, a question will nag at you, a problem will pull at you, a colleague will say the thing, and when it does, follow it. The learning is never wasted. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge one more group of people, your lecturers, your supervisors, your tutors. My own doctoral journey was shaped profoundly by two people I am forever grateful for, Professor Tracy Riley and Associate Professor Tara McLaughlin. They gave me more than knowledge. They gave me a way of thinking, a rigour, a curiosity, and a perspective that I carry into every room I work in today. So please find your people. Please find those who shaped you. Tell them what they meant. It matters more than you know. Graduates, you have been shaped by great minds, by difficult questions, by full, complicated, extraordinary range of human experience that your disciplines have placed before you. Now, go into your communities, your classrooms, your clinics, your families. Go with your knowledge and your compassion and your hard-won understanding of what it means to show up for other people. Stay curious, stay kind, stay humble, and know this. The world did not become less complex while you were studying. It became more so, which means it needs you, specifically you, with exactly this education more than ever before. Ngā mihi ngui kia koutou katoa. Congratulations, graduates. Now go make your mark.
Thank you, Sarah, for that inspirational address on the importance of education and learning, how we live in a human society rather than a technical one. Learning, listening, curiosity, good lessons for life. And for those of you who felt really inspired by that to sign up for further education, our Vice-Chancellor will be signing you up at the end of the ceremony. Okay, we're going to continue now with the presentation of degrees and university diplomas. Sarah Carpendale and Dr. Maria Dakra from the Institute of Education will be calling the names of graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. And on this side of the stage, Professor Cynthia White, Pro-Vice Chancellor from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, will be handing out the parchments, and Councillor Ross Buckley will be doing the honours.
Councillor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Education the graduands I'm about to name. Laura Evelyn Bennett. Vicky Marie Bruer. Warren Granger. Sophie Moana Peterson Hulse with distinction. Yu Wei Chi. Heather Linda Reedy with distinction. Sarah Jane Sheehan with distinction. Susan Elizabeth Taylor with distinction. David Farrell Tomlinson. Hao Zhang with distinction. Councillor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Educational and Developmental Psychology the graduands I'm about to name. Alexandra Mary Bellhorn. Christy Lee Biggs. Councillor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Specialist Teaching the graduand I am about to name. Helen Catherine Rummage with distinction. Councillor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Counselling and Guidance Studies the candidates I am about to name. Lydia Mary Coe. Kristen Marie House. Councillor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Education the candidates I'm about to name. Sarah Margaret Christensen. Emily Sarah Faye Dawson. Claire Nicole Harvey. Gideon Milner Hewitt. Nicole Sarah Adela Montgomery with distinction. Alice Louise Munro. Nicola Elizabeth O'Brien with distinction. Councillor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Teaching the candidates I'm about to name. Karina Gay Chamberlain. Gail Mary Duwa with distinction. Leanne Ray McDonald. Vicky Josephina Petronella Maria Mitchell with distinction. Carolyn Helen Player with distinction. Nicola Ann Rowe. Thank you, Councillor.
Councillor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Learning and Teaching the candidates I'm about to name. Janine Joy Anthony. Kelly Elizabeth Benge. Joshua Gerald George Bird. Natalia Helen Beisel. Hayley Brown. Georgia Tarina Bobley. Hayley Elizabeth Ann Brown. Lydia Ruth Bucknell. Jodie Ann Cameron. Sorry, apologies. Grace Victoria Chapman. Debbie Marie Crompton. Abigail Wendy Dorr-Wright. Diana Ela Ann Edmund. Susan Elizabeth Evans. Leilani Grace Fearon. Gagandeep Kaur. Sarah Louise Gatland. Lauren J. Gifford Moore. Casey Faye Glentworth. Vivian Hoy Cheng Grappentine. Jade Carol Gray. Maylene Kate Greenaway. Alexandra Rose Hamilton James. Madison Kyra Grace Henry. Abby Maeve Holland. Moira Carol Hunt. Yasmin Mariah Charissa Hunter Stevens. Adrian Michael Jackman. Micaiah? Yep. Jaspreet Kaur. Micaiah Pirihira Luana Katini. Aina Kaya Avja. Ranita May Kirk. Krista Ruth Larson. Sophia Jane Longstaff. Jessica Caitlin Lucas. Grace Caitlin Lutzi. Deepika Mann. Briar Grace McKinley. Jade Ruth Catherine McMurray. Sinead Georgina Millard. Christina Patricia Miranda. Christian Jane Moore. Apologies, Kristen Jane Moore. Isaac Harry Newland. Jeremy Sam Newland. Massey Jace Natuiri. Aaron Fraser Nichols. Sina Nagor. Joseph John Paps. Anton Jacob Pullen. Shraddha Pradhan. Rachel Lydia Prowl. Edward Tokutahi Rotahi. Jethro William Reeves. Erin Elizabeth Renshaw. Ambika Devi Rifinvalu. Ashley Yana Rowland. Nicola Jane Speedy. Lily Mae Grace Taylor. Natalia Rose Taylor. Matthew de Sales Tiron. Jessica Marie Thomas. Chloe Ann Thorne. Sarah Margaret Jean Torrey. Kia ora mati tama tu irirangi. Lisiali Olympia Luana Viatupu. Shivani Rajni Verma. Benjamin John White. Jessica Piula Daphne Wess. Anne Ruth Wiggins. Finn Liam Williams. There may have been an omission earlier recognising a first-class honours. Master of Applied Social Work, Kaylee Shan Whiteman, first-class honours. Councillor, the degrees are also conferred and the diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Councillor.
It is now my pleasure to invite Carly Willis to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Carly is a registered social worker and coexisting practitioner working in mental health and addiction services, graduating with a postgraduate diploma in clinical supervision with distinction. She's undertaken this study to strengthen her practice as she moves towards her master's research, which will focus on burnout among social workers in their first 5 years of mental health practice. Please join with me in welcoming Carly to the stage.
Tēnā koutou, ka nui te mihi ki te Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and all the Massey staff here today, especially the School of Social Work whānau and the whānau o Te Raupuawai. Kei te mihi, ko Carly Willis tuku ingoa. I would like to begin by congratulating all who are graduating today. We made it. Celebrate your achievement and what a success it is to be at this point. I'm sure I can speak for most of us when I say this day felt very far away at some points on the journey. Working in the mental health field for the past 10 years, I'm also really excited by the number of graduates in the ceremony coming across to the health workforce. No mai. I also believe that a massive thank you and congratulations needs to go to all of the whānau, friends and other supports in attendance today. Many of you made sacrifices so that we could study. Thank you for your role in getting us all to this point. Today is about celebrating you as well. I am honoured to be named as valedictorian today, although the person that called me to explain my role today probably didn't think that. She told me I needed to speak as valedictorian. I explained to her that I didn't know what to speak about as I wasn't actually going to graduate today. I wasn't going to enrol in the qualification. She informed me that was the starting point for my speech. Shortly after I enrolled, I found out I was going to become a parent. Everyone around me queried study with a newborn. However, it was early 2022. We had just come through the pandemic, where our country had been led by a new mother. I figured if a new mum could lead the country with a baby, then surely I could do another postgraduate qualification with a baby. Now, I'm not saying a postgraduate program is the same as running a country, but the role modelling was there, and the dreams weren't getting put on hold. We were both just bringing the kids with us. So we did the work. I still wasn't going to graduate, however. I had done a few postgraduate qualifications prior to this one, skipping the ceremony and instead seeing the qualifications as part of my career development. But I was reminded that the process of graduating wasn't just about me, that this study wasn't just about me. This was about the small human who was watching, the small human who had also spent a lot of time in Massey Library, who also sat with me while we checked stream results, who had the glow of a laptop while I sat in the corner of the room on many night wakes that always seemed to align with overdue papers. She too had made sacrifices. But that same small human will grow up to have tertiary study normalised if that is a pathway she chooses. That same small human who will not realise that some of the barriers to education have been addressed for her before she is of an age to understand that barriers could have existed. The research tells us that there is a direct correlation between the education of parents and the outcomes of children. To all of us graduating today, a large amount of people came before us to get us to this point. But now you are paving the way and changing the narrative for those that come after you. May we continue to break the glass ceiling, challenge limits, and create space for others to succeed. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Thank you, Carly, for that valedictory address. Congratulations on achieving your goals with a small human and reflecting on the intergenerational impact of education. Well done. Thank you. I would now like to invite our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Pia Venter, to address the graduates.
Would all graduates please stand? Tēnā anō tātou iwiwi mai ana ki kunei I tēnei rā. Me nā whānau, me nā hoa. Me mihi ka tika ki te mana whenua ki a rangitāne. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa. Graduates, in addition to what you heard from Carly and from Sarah, ko te manu e kai ana I te miru, nōna tēnā here. Ko te manu e kai ana I tā mataranga, nōna te ao, There's a simple but powerful idea in these words. The bird that feeds on the berries of the forest belongs to the forest, but the bird that feeds on knowledge belongs to the world. Today, you become that bird. Your qualifications opens the door to many possibilities. It gives you access, gives you credibility, but very importantly, it gives you opportunity. What matters most is not that door that opens, it's how you choose to walk through it. Graduates, it's how you show up. It's how you show up in moments of pressure. It's how you show up when no one's watching. It's how you show up when you're called to lead. It's how you show up when you're called to serve. And when you're called to make decisions that matter. Your time at Massey has given you knowledge, but more importantly, it shaped your judgment, your values, and your responsibility to others. So today I charge you, use what you've learned, not for your own advancement, but for the betterment of those around you. I want you to act with integrity, especially when it's difficult. As Sarah said, I want you to remain curious, because the world you enter will continue to change. And never forget, your success will ultimately be measured not by what you achieve, but by the difference you make. Aku manu maturanga. Graduates, I want you to go well. I want you to go boldly. And I want you to make your mark on the world. Congratulations. Please be seated.
I hope that bang didn't frighten that little baby down there. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we're just about done. Can I ask that guests remain in your seats until the processions have gone out of the theatre and assembled in Broadway Avenue? Then please join our celebratory procession to the square, where we hope you will mix and mingle with your graduates, the staff, family and friends who've all been part of your graduates' successful journey. I declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please join with us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, the words of which will be on the screen. Please stand.